Hello everyone, this is Pratham Bawali and I decode how the world really works. So today in this session we are seeing how pharma pricing is decided. This is a very complex topic and in this we are going to talk today. The real logic behind it, strategy, economics and risk calculations are there. It is a scientific, economic and strategic breakdown what we are going to see today. So in this session we will be knowing first the price paradox. Why does one cost $200,000 or 2 lakh rupees while another just 2 rupees? Why it's happening? That's what we are going to see today. It's easy to assume pricing is arbitrary, but there is a hidden logic that pharmaceutical industry really explain publicly. Let's break down the strategy behind the pharma price tag. So pricing is not equals to cost of manufacturing. That is the first thing we have to know. The manufacturing myth. Most people assume that the drug cost equals the cost to make the pill. Example, a paracetamol tablet cost 0.30 paise only. To manufacturing, the retail price is 2 rupees. The reality where the value prices. Pharmaceutical pricing is based on the value provided, not the material used. It's not about the cost of chemicals, it's about the cost of cure and the years of failures that proceeded. So the four pillars of pricing are R&D recovery, which is 10 to 15 years of investments losses must be recovered. First thing. The second thing, market demand. More patents, more patients can mean lower prices. Fewer means higher competition. No alternate allowance for monopoly pricing power. Clinical value. Higher survival rates justify a higher willingness to pay. That is the main thing. Investment risk. 10 to 12 years of research from discovery to approval. More than 10 thousands of molecule tested from everyone, from for every one only success. More than 2.6 billion dollars average cost it takes. This is a rough value counted on the average for all till now to bring one drug to the market. 90% failure rate is there. Price covers these failures. Value based price. Selling times, not bill. A drug is often priced based on the life extension or quality of life it restores. If a treatment increases survival by more months, higher tier pricing is often justified by healthcare system because time is the most valuable commodity that we should know. Then demand based dynamics, insulin, CAR T therapy. These are like in insulin, demand is high plus life saving, moderate pricing due to massive volumes and eventually competitions. CAR T therapy, rare plus life saving, extremely high pricing. The low volume means cost must be recouped from fewer patients only. So the patients level is few. That's the reason it's having a high value and the time is more and it is very rare. So that's the reason CAR T therapy is very competition and alternatives. The power of monopoly. No competition, the originator company can set almost any price. And if it is a generic enter, and here were the generic enters. Once patent expires and generic arrives, the price collapses instantly. A patent is essentially a government generated temporary monopoly that we should know. Then market segments. Prices vary widely by geography, based on regulations and purchasing power also. In USA, Here, if you will see in USA, the price level is the highest. No central government price control. It's a free market. Europe, moderate. Government negotiates single payer pricing only. India, which is the lowest, strong price regulations are there. Robust generic industry is having like the generic industry in India. It is the highest rate. Tiered pricing strategy. Tier one, high income. Rich nations essentially funds the global R&D budgets. Then tier two, developing lower prices to match local purchasing power. The trade-off: same medicines, different price tags. It's an economic balance act actually. So the rare disease premium is a one of the like small numbers but huge cost. When a patient's population is tiny, the math changes drastically. To recover billions in R&D from just a few thousand patients, the price per head must skyrocket. Example, gene therapy can cost almost 2 to 3 million dollars per dose. That's a huge number. Complex manufacturing, biologics and gene editing. Modern drugs aren't just mixed chemicals, they are growing living cells. Therapies like mRNA and CAR T requires cold chain, sterile cell cultures, and genetic editing. It is a very complex procedure. Complexity is equals to high cost is equals to high price. There where the complex manufacturing. This is all about complex manufacturing. Innovation is equals to monopoly, but not equals to cheap. If a drug is the first in history to cure a disease, pricing is nearly unrestricted. That's the main monopoly. Government negotiation in UK, like uses a strict cost effectiveness formulas to approve drugs. Canada's federal board sets maximum prices for patented medicines. US historical does not negotiate centrally, which leads to highest global pricing. Insurance and reimbursement, the gatekeepers. If reinsurance covers a drug, the price can rise freely because the patients isn't paying directly. However, if insurance denies coverage, the drug fails actually commercially. And approval is the key of revenue. If your insurance company doesn't approve your drug, that means the drug will never scale in anywhere, because nobody is going to buy that by giving a huge amount of money from their pocket. Hidden tactics cost to net, like the public rarely sees the real sale price of medications. List price, the official sticker price. Rebates, massive discounts paid back to the insurers, results a huge gap between what is charged and what is earned. Patent exclusivity cycle, patent failed, 20 years clock start ticking often before clinical trials begin. Market launch, monopoly periods, company sets price without rate. Patent cliff, exclusivity ends, generic enters, price crashes. Evergreening can sometimes extend this exclusivity, but 5 to 10 years more, not more than that. Why prices rise? A summary. Here we go. A long R&D risk, which impacts on prices, must cover billions lost on failed drugs. Patent monopoly, no competition allows for total price freedom. Life-saving impact, high clinical value creates elastic demands, can't refuse, and nobody can refuse that. Rare disease, fewer patients requires a higher price per person. Advanced tech, living cells biologics are expensive for manufacturing. That is true. It's not just chemistry, drugs are not. priced by cost, they are priced by power, survival needs, and monopoly. It's a business strategy at the highest level. I hope you understand. Thank you.